Good morning, Linda. How are you doing?
Well, great. How are you, Lori? How are you, Larry?
Doing good. Got my teeth. I'm good to go.
Got my teeth. I'm good to go. Good. I mean, there you go.
Yeah, well, he needed some new teeth, Linda, so that's a good thing.
Oh, all right. Well,
yeah,
good.
yeah. Now, you got a great topic for us today. I can't wait to hear more about it. Power questions for getting what you want at work. Now, are these questions for our peers, our bosses, people we manage? Who are the questions for?
Yes.
Oh, everybody.
Everybody. You know, this is probably my favorite topic because it's influencing and it's negotiating, and it even works at home because I know a lot of your viewers work at home as well.
Yeah.
So your first power question, it's really a step. It's, focus. Be very, very focused. So you ready for your power questions under that?
Yeah.
Okay. First one is, what result do I want? What do I want? Why do I want it? And then here's the big one. Is it worth my time and effort to get it? So here we go. Be very specific what you want. And we've talked about this before. People are not mind readers. So if you're trying to get an employee to do something, this is the job I want to have happen. This is what it looks like. Why? There's some good business reasons that we're doing this. And it's worth your time and effort and mine for you to do it this way because let's say it's a safety concern because that way you're safe. Let's say if it's getting the report out because other people, rely on that report. Now, what if it's asking for a day off? What do you want? Well, I want this day off on Friday. Why? I'm going to go to a family reunion with my family. And is it worth my time and effort? Yeah, because I'm going to have to live with that spouse that wants me to go on the family reunion, and if I don't get, off, it's going to be difficult. So be real clear with yourself before you ever ask anyone for anything.
Well, in this situation, though, it's really the question has to be extended to: is it worth the employer's time and effort to give you the day off? If it's a critical time in the production process or a report is due, there's another element involved. You want the day, but is it in the company's best interest to give it to you?
Oh, so good, Larry. So what you've done is the second piece, which is really turning it around and looking who the stakeholders are.
Oh, nice segue, Larry.
Did it innocently and stupidly. Oh, there's a word we shouldn't be using anymore.
You really need to know who's involved in this decision.
Yeah.
So if you're asking for the day off, just what you just said, your boss is involved, his boss or her boss, maybe other people relying on your work product. So who's involved? What do they want? Well, they need this project done or they need this whatever. And then how can I make them the hero? Now, that's the tricky question that people forget to ask. How can I make this person a hero? So, for instance, if it's my boss, I have a project due on Friday and I want the day off. An easy is what?
Sure, make it Thursday, finish it on Thursday.
Right, and make him the hero or her the hero. So what would that look like? Go beyond what you would do. That's a real simple example. Here's where it kind of gets tricky. If you can try to really think through all those people, try to think of, how would you make them a hero? So really just kind of take a step back and you say, okay, what would be really successful for them or what would make them look good? And you go through each of those people we just talked about and you said, well, my boss's boss has to present this report to a committee of 2 or 3. Well, how does that boss need to have the material to present it? Sometimes your boss has to do a job that you could easily add 10 or 15 minutes to your job and save everybody a ton of time because you already know the information. So the more people you have bought into it, the more stakeholders that say, yeah, that's okay, the more solid your deal is, the more durable your negotiation is, or you can get what you want.
Could be as simple as, when you go to the boss with that report a day early, pay tribute to all the people who helped you, compile it. Oh, yeah, and Joe down the line did this, and Sally did that, and so it was a combined effort that allowed us to get this report to you on time, so I could ask you for this day off.
Right, and you're making them heroes.
Yeah.
Right? And
Sure.
you say, not just did they help me, they went beyond, and I don't know if you know that Sally, stays late one day a week to really get all these numbers in. Why would you not brag about somebody? We have all this negative gossip going on. Do the positive gossip.
Sure.
Yeah.
Celebrate. How do you help them become heroes?
Great idea.
Yeah. So here's where I think a lot of us get stuck is really the step 3. Step 3 is defining your options. And so you think about, what are my options and my essentials? What are theirs? And then the big one is, how do I maximize value?
All right, give us an example.
Okay. So are either of you list makers?
Yeah.
You are, Lori? Or
Yes.
and what about you, Larry?
No, I'm pretty scatterbrained.
Okay.
If you saw my
All right,
desk,
well,
you'd know I
then
don't make a list.
You guys are the yin and the yang. You ready for this?
Yeah, if
Yeah.
I made a list, I couldn't find it on my desk.
Okay.
What's the point?
So, Lori, list makers. List makers, if I ask you, Lori, what would you like out of this deal? And you wrote down everything you wanted from your boss, from your employees, from, a coworker, whatever it is, or
Okay.
your job. You
Okay.
write down your list.
Okay.
If you gave that list to someone, it would overwhelm them.
Yeah.
Because there's 57 and a half things, aren't there?
How did you know?
I don't know, So then you look at that list, top 3 or 5 things that, your must-haves.
Those are the essentials.
Those are your essentials.
Okay.
Not your options. The rest is options. Larry, you don't make lists? Start making a list.
Okay.
She will beat you every time.
I'm not going to beat Larry.
No, list makers get better deals because they
beat
cover
that
everything.
way. Okay. I thought you meant I was going to hit him.
I think not on, and certainly not in front of the cameras, right? All right. So,
I've been fired so many times. Clearly, I need to make more lists.
well, I tell you what, Larry, you probably go gut feel and you've got good intuition. If you start making lists, you'll be unstoppable.